Back on cornet, but I'm actually have Mike Davis come to the mic and explain what he was doing there with Bix's part, just in case you don't know there. Well, sometimes we all get mixed up about who goes next, and evidently Bix comes in when it's supposed to be a piano solo and realizes after 2 bars and drops out. And this must have made him very frustrated in the studio, but the red light's on, and it was expensive to record, and he couldn't say, "Cut, let's do that over again, please." So a few bars later, he plays this big Charleston rhythm, and somehow the pianist caught it too, and it's a wonderful musical moment today, but then it must have been so frustrating. And later on, he plays it especially aggressively on the way out. And what must have been so frustrating in the studio is a great record we're so happy to have all these years later. So it's fun for me to recreate it too. All right, we're now going to jump into the Gene Goldcat library. This is another one that got me really excited when I first heard bands playing this, and especially the original Gene Goldcat record. So it's a great dance number entitled "I'm Gonna Meet My Sweetie Now."
for you with this next one. The Monarchs have not played this before, and again, it's another piece that we possibly throw at the end of the night. It's a slower piece, but I really wanted to feature who I feel are two of the greatest Bix-style cornets out there, with Andy Shum and Mike Davis. And so for your record collectors out there, the vocal on this one I don't think is the greatest vocal, so we're actually going to feature Mike Davis not singing but playing a Bix-style chorus where the vocal would normally go in the recording, and then Andy's going to do the actual Bix solo immediately following that. So it's a very neat effect. And so we're going to play this, and of course dedicated to my good friend Rich Johnson, who passed away and was the former music director of the Bix Society. So this is one of his favorite songs, and it's I'll Be a Friend with Pleasure. How about a hand for Andy Shum and Mike Davis? Now we're going to pick the tempo back up and try to get a couple more in before the witching out river when it ends. But the one thing I have forgotten to mention the whole weekend, just because I'm just so entranced with all the music and having playing, but I did bring some CDs with for sale in case you people are wanting those. And a couple of those, Andy's on with me, one called Bix Off the Record, which is hearing Bix and his gang in the style of like newer recordings of Ron Sjostrom, myself, and Andy, and that's for sale back there. The Nicholas DUFFEE Orchestra, the Hot Jazz Alliance, who was here last year, those CDs are back there, as well as my orchestra. So they're going to keep those out in case anybody is interested, because I have failed to do that as a band leader, but I'm just more into the music than the CD thing. So that's just me personally, but if you would like one, I would greatly appreciate it, because all that money goes towards recording projects in the future. Hopefully a recording project with the Graystone Monarchs in the future. That's what I'm working on right now. So it would be really fun. So Joe has to be back there, and he'll shake your hand and take care of all the CD sales, and I know he'll love me saying that. So, but we're going to pick the tempo back up for you and give you the Gold Cat version of the Stampede. We have two more numbers to close out the evening, but again, if you're interested in watching some of these musicians jam away, it's at 11 p.m. tonight over in the Isle Ballroom, so you can make your way on over there for that. So hopefully I have a voice by the time I get over there. So, but again, all fun music. So about two more we're going to do here for you. This one, it just wouldn't be right if we didn't play this one on the the day that Bix Beiderbecke passed away. Probably the most recognizable piece with Bix's recordings is this next one, and we're going to feature, is going to be Andy or Mike on this? Andy will be on it. So here is Singing the Blues.
Instead of one more now, we're going to do two more for you. So,
all right.
What does Joe Heston do? Is he going to beat me up or something? So he's pretty weak. There's no way you can do that. So I'm stronger than Joe Heston. Right, Joe?
We can stay later.
Thank you, Joe. No, we want to just do two more for you here. And I don't want to blow the chops to the guys. They've been playing all day, and but it does mean something to be playing this music here in the Quad Cities where Bix is from. So we're going to give you two more barn burners here for the last part here. So this one is going to feature John Otto sounding drunk on the clarinet toward the end there. So sounding drunk, I mean, oh, you're hear John Otto on the clarinet, so we'll say that. Chicago style. So here we go with the Frank Trumbauer version from 1927 of Clarinet Marmalade. annual BEIDERBECKE Memorial Jazz Festival. But it doesn't end tonight. You can come out to Jim's Knoxville Tap tomorrow night to hear the Lake Shore Syncopators performing in the old Bluebird Inn where Bix used to go. And if you do want to go there, I would recommend getting there early because yes, it does get packed pretty quickly. And there will be food there as well. So I think it's a $10 admission, but that helps get money for the band and money for food. And Jim is celebrating 50 years of having the Knoxville Tap, which is really exciting. So you'll have a good time if you haven't been there before. So let me take a second to introduce the musicians here one more time. On the end, we have John Otto. We have David Zimmerman. We have Dan Levinson. In the back row, we have Dave Bach. We have Mike Davis. We have Andy Schoen. We have David Bodenhouse. We have Johnny Zanowitz. And we have Steve McCall. And the one question I have for everybody is that we've been playing all Bix music all night here, actually for the last 45 minutes. But my question to you is, do you think Bix would approve of what we've been playing tonight?
Oh, yeah.
That's the image I always have whenever I'm performing on stage and playing this music. If Bix and his contemporaries were sitting out there watching us play this music that they brought to life all these years ago, what would they think of us? And so that's the way I always approach this music, is with professionalism and quality to just get a high standard compared to where these guys were at, which is way out of the league from where we're at. And it's absolutely amazing. So, here's Dave Whiteback card down in front here. I enjoyed a list that got me started back when I was 18 years old, and it's I feel the best number from the Gene Goldcat Library. We'll close with this, and again, thank you for being here and supporting the Bix Society. We hope to see you next year for the 2017 festival. It's our 46th, but also the 100-year anniversary of the first recorded jazz record. So some big anniversaries coming up here. So we're going to close with My Pretty Girl Song.